Hello, this is Zafar. In this recorded webinar, I'm going to show you or tell you about the Linux training I'm providing and why this is important and how am I going to deliver this training to you. So let's get started here. So down below you see my contact information. It's best to contact me on WhatsApp. Please do not call me. That number will not work. It will just go to a place that is not being checked. And if you want to email me, you could definitely email me at the email address you see. Okay, so in this training, what I'm providing is so the very basic to advanced level of understanding of Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Then I'll walk you through scripting, Ansible, and then AWS. Within AWS, I'm going to focus only on EC2 structure. Okay, so the training I'm providing is basically mostly focused on Linux. So what is Linux? Okay, so if you are in this day of age, you should have heard about the Linux operating system. So it is best known and most used open source operating system. That means it's free. Okay, and as an operating system, Linux is a software that sits on underneath any other software on the computer. So if you want to run a software, you need to have a operating system. In this case, it's going to be Linux, which will be the base. So what is the cost of installing Linux? It's free because it's an open source. And let's talk about what are the devices that are being used with Linux. So some of the devices are smart TVs, game consoles, smart home appliances, CCTVs, supercomputers, self-driving cars, any big large corporation, any corporation that has about 1,000 employees to 100,000 employees. Big employers like NASA, Apple, Google, Amazon, banks, any big university, they are using Linux in their data centers. Okay, so what is the data center? Well, the picture says everything. Data center is rows and rows of computers. That's where all your data is being saved by the company. For example, Amazon. So you hear about cloud. It's nothing but a physical data center location that where all your the resources and all your data is being stored there. It's just not your data, the computer data which is generated by the users is being stored in these data centers. So when it comes to data centers and all these big computers and all, Red Hat is the most popular distribution. So all major IT corporations or any large business, they're using Red Hat Enterprise Linux. It's the most dominating enterprise Linux in the world, I should say. And this Red Hat Enterprise Linux, it was developed by Red Hat Corporation. Now it's owned by IBM. So IBM acquired this about less than 2 years ago. So what are we going to learn? We're going to learn Red Hat Linux. Okay. So in this course, I'm going to walk you through, first of all, you don't have to know or have any IT background for this. So that we will start this from very basic and I will walk you through baby steps to a more advanced level here. If you have a IT background, it's even better, but you don't need to have one. So what I'll start off with is a system administration, which will actually prepare you for the Red Hat Enterprise Linux certification exam, which starts with the basic commands, VI editor, directory structure, the permissions, the run level, managing the disk, and troubleshooting. And there are a lot of other stuff in there. So these are the few which I'm displaying on the screen here. Moving forward, we'll move into an engineering perspective of this Red Hat, which will prepare you for the exam EX300. And in there, you will learn how to set up SSH passwordless. You will learn how to set up DNS, Samba, NFS. These are only the few things I'm displaying here, but you will learn the fundamental of engineering, how things are really working, because these are the things which are actually running the internet. So you should know all these things. Okay, once we have completed this, the big chunk of your training is going to be focused on the Red Hat Linux. Okay, after that, few weeks we're going to spend on bash scripting. Okay, so you need to be able to write a script and automate some daily task you have using the script. Okay, so I have I'm going to walk you through a basic of scripting, how a file become a scripting, the permission of a file, declaring a script, commenting out lines. Some we will learn about the operators. We'll learn about Boolean operators. We'll learn how to run a script on command line interface versus file itself. And then we're going to start using the commands in the script. And then we'll learn some simple if then else, elif statement, for loop, while loop, basic single command script to more advanced scripting. We'll learn, for example, you'll run a simple script to get a host name, to a more advanced script that you will create a logical volumes using the script here. So this is starting from 0 to nothing to very, very advanced LVM scripting. You really need to know all this for your job function. So here I have some screenshot of basic bash scripting to more advanced LVM scripting here. So I'll walk you through all these steps. On top of that, I'm going to walk you through Ansible, how the Ansible is being used for managing not just one server. You need to know how to manage several servers. In this case, hundreds of servers here. You won't be able to log into one server and manage one task here. If you have same exact task, and if you want to do it on many servers, not tens, not hundreds, maybe sometimes thousands of servers, how would you do those tasks? So that's where the Ansible comes in. So you will learn to set up Ansible master host, establish a passwordless SSH connection, and you will learn to manage single server to multiple servers. Okay, in this case, you will learn how to manage hundreds of servers, and you'll be able to extract data from multiple servers. You'll be able to run a script on multiple servers simultaneously. I'll show you how to write Ansible playbooks using YAML, and it's a very easy and walk you through every steps here. So there is no need to worry about what this Ansible is. By the time you are done with this, I guarantee you will start loving this thing. Okay, moving forward, I'm not going to stop you there. So we will dig a little bit into AWS. Okay, so AWS, if you have not heard about AWS, I don't know what I tell you about that. So you must have heard about AWS. This is the AWS cloud part of Amazon business. Okay, so in this, I will cover EC2 component of AWS. What is EC2? It's a elastic cloud compute. What are these? These are the servers inside Amazon and AWS environments. I have a little screenshot here so that we will go through a little later in the course about EC2. Okay, so what is the training method? This is going to be scheduled on weekends, Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be online WebEx session, and check with me for the exact timings because I have more than one batch going at a time. So it will be a 3-hour long for 16 weeks. So 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday, and then we'll set up a VirtualBox lab, and we'll have every session recorded and uploaded to YouTube. And then we will have a dedicated course website. You will also have a WhatsApp study group, and then you will have assessment on a remote server. Okay, so I also give out assessments here. So let me show you here the example. I have this website here. I talked to you about a dedicated website. What I'll do is whenever the new batch starts, I establish a new website, and everything we are learning, from basic commands to VI editor to everything, it will keep uploaded on this website here. Right now this is for my difference batch. For the new batch, I will release the exact website you will be using. So in here you have all these documents, Linux documents, broken up here. As the class progresses, the menu over here gets bigger and bigger. Okay, and also you have a course document here that has everything in that single document from the start of the course to the end of the course here. So let me try opening this up in a new tab. And you see this document here. I'll walk you through every steps. Everything I'm doing on the screen, it's being recorded and is being captured in this document here. Okay, and then I have the setup here, the course setup, the downloads, the things you didn't need download here. I have scripting here. So if you it's taking a little longer to load here, but I'll show you in a new tab that this is the scripting you will get here. You will have full access to this scripting. So these are just the example of documents that you will have access to. On top of that, the recorded videos will be uploaded to YouTube channel, where you could watch the YouTube channel. Okay, so I'll put this in the link on the WhatsApp group here. And I have all this, and let's see what else. So what is the Linux skills good for? You probably have the endless list here, but some of them is if you want to become a DevOps engineer, system administrator, system engineer, if you want to develop a Python, network engineer, all these job functions, all of them, even there are a lot more in here. I didn't put it together, but all those job functions require a Linux skill. Okay, so what I'm saying here is you don't have to have Linux skills, but sooner or later it will come back and haunt you, and you will definitely need strong Linux skills for you to be able to be successful in this more advanced career path for you. So if you're new into Linux, if you're new into IT environment, you must learn Linux. And then if you're already in IT but you're getting hung up, or you've been in IT but you're just not hitting that ceiling of 6-figure salary, I know what the problem is. The problem is you need to know Linux, you need to know a little bit AWS, you need to know Ansible, you need to know Bash scripting, and you need to be good in Linux, which is going to be administration as well as engineering part. So I'll show you what exactly the screen looks like. So this is the dark window you will always be working in. In here, this is called a command line interface. You will be running commands here, and every time a Linux system admin or engineer, you have nothing but a dark window here. Okay, all these things will make sense for you. So if you're ready for this, then this is the best course for you, and I hope you join me in the course journey, and then hopefully this will get you a rewarding career here. Okay, so you definitely don't need any prior IT knowledge, and you just need some little computer skill as a user. Like if you are able to browse internet, if you are able to shut down a computer, if you are able to open Word document, you should be good. You should have a good dedication, because this is going to be 16-week course, and it takes every week 6 hours, and you have to practice some on your own. I will help you with that. And you shouldn't be afraid of any change, and you should be ready of a rewarding career. So if all these things fit your goals, go ahead and contact me. Inshallah, we will have a very rewarding career for you.